night ride on the track.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome, man, to this Saturday morning bird feeder. I'm your co-host, host, what do you want to call it? Coach Unchained. Next to me is my other co-host, Big Ant, aka the franchise. What's going on, Big Ant? How you doing?
What's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on, Coach? It's been testy this week, huh?
Testing. It's been some. All right, there we go. Now I had to change internet connection. I had my other one that I don't like in there, so that's for my phones and stuff, not for my show here. So I ended up keeping both internet things, man. I had to get the other one back.
Oh, you kept both of them.
I kept both of them. I just had to pay the money back. The other one, it'd be having a little skip thing. The other one had the skip thing. It's good for everything, and TVs and phones and stuff. But for the podcast, it don't do good for my podcast. I said I just the other one. I knew it that way. So I'm spending a lot of money on internet stuff. So, but oh well. It's for y'all. Anyway, hey man, like I said, welcome to the show, man. If you haven't already, if you're in this chat right now, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it out, and tell the world, man. By the way, I'm gonna give you guys a head up right now. This is my last show until the 21st. Well, tomorrow's show, but this is my last coach show until the 21st. I will be on vacation out of the country. I'll be out of the country. So I'll see when I get back. But I'm going down to look for Night Riders kids. So I'm just letting y'all know that. I'm gonna find some too. But anyway, he'll be down at the same time I know, but we'll be in different
They're gonna pop out of the bushes on you, Coach.
Yeah. Ah, you know my daddy? No. But anyway, man, let me give a shout out to the people in the chat this morning. First of all, I got A137 Sauce in the house. Silk Legacy. Welcome, Miss Silk Legacy. Appreciate you in here. She was number 2 this morning. Philip Crawford. Larry, what's going on? Step Mode TV 23. Miss PJ, what's happening? Dante Rozier. Trey Kingway. Trey Murphy, what's going on, bro? Miss Sonia House, welcome this morning. Welcome. So, got a nice little show for you today, man. We're going to talk about stuff that happened last week. I ain't going to say we're going to get no solution to it, but we're going to talk about it. So, you guys in this chat, man, y'all fill in where you want to fill in on this stuff here because it's some stuff that happened last week that everybody's been talking about. All right, so let me put this first one up first of all. Let's talk about NFL news first. And we're going to go on to the next person after that. All right. Since Aaron Rodgers has signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers, now we have no out for a certain quarterback that's on this roster. That's where if Aaron would have signed, I think he would have went to Pittsburgh. So that's a done deal. They're still talking about places he can go. They're talking about trading with Cleveland and give Cleveland 5 quarterbacks again for Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
That's been talked about a lot. Yeah.
No.
Well, what if watch this. I'll make it up. What if they trade for Shedeur Sanders?
I don't know. I
would
love that. I would love that personally, but I don't think
that wouldn't even. Yeah, that was just something I had in my mind. I said, what if they trade for Shedeur Sanders? People would go ape shit down here. They would go 8
Yeah,
boo-boo.
they would go bananas down here. That.
He said, D. Coleman said he's watching live from Pierce Johnson
Oh
Hotel.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Me too. Me too. I'm across the hall from you.
Y'all confusing me. I don't know what y'all.
I'll tell you what happened. We lost the game last night on a wild pitch.
The Braves again? I ain't don't. I ain't talking about the Braves. No, I'm done with them. No, we're not gonna talk about the Braves.
Huh?
I watched. Hold on, man. I watched when they was up.
Oh
They
yeah,
lost.
you talking about the game before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quit.
They was 110-4, and they
Oh,
lost 11.
dude, I quit. I was like, y'all gonna make me become a Mariners fan. Shit. I was hot. Yeah, I was hot on that one, man. But anyway,
Until shit happens, son.
oh my
Until some
God.
shit change.
And your third base
All
coach.
I can do is laugh. I mean, because you're just recycling.
It's a comedy show. They look like you know what they look like? The Oakland A's.
Oh Jesus!
That's how bad they look, man. I tell you, they look bad. They look bad.
Or the Braves in the '80s.
Oh my, yes, sir.
We ain't gonna
Yeah,
talk about that.
I don't want to see that either. Y'all need to go back to the old powder blue uniform because that's what you're playing. Jesus, man. Oh, why are we talking about the Braves? They don't piss me off already.
But okay. Look, okay. This is who I think they could get a Indianapolis because think about this.
Anthony Richardson, yeah.
Anthony Richardson, he's hurt indefinitely with that shoulder injury that he put off for a couple of seasons. Go ask Cam how that worked out for him. And then, do you really trust Daniel Jones?
No.
So, it's an option.
Now, just keep talking on this. Places Kirk can go because this is the Kirk cousin as well. I'm gonna put it. We're talking about Kirk now. All right, so this is Kirk cousin now. NFL news over. All right. What about New Orleans?
It's a shit show up there.
Well, my wife send shit to shit show. He shitted on us 2 times. So we
rob them out of everything they got. I'm taking everything.
They got a quarterback competition in New Orleans with Slouch.
Yeah, that's what you want to call it.
And what that kid name? Spencer something. Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler. And ain't Hayner still there?
Oh, he's laying down with his hand on. Yeah, no, we okay. We okay right now. We okay right now. But yeah, that is a poop-a-doop show. St. Louis Dirty Bird, what's going on, man? D. Coleman, what's going on this morning? Jerome 69, what's happening? Miss Sawyer Howard says, as long as Snickers there, we are not winning. Now, I'm going to say this. I never usually talk bad about coaching. They need a coaching change in Atlanta right now.
Yeah. The common denominator.
Now, we need, I don't want to be fired, but we need the old man in California and the Angels to get fired and bring him back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but that's what we need. Have y'all noticed? Now, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. Ever since he's been gone, we don't seem to have that chemistry. Ever since Washington been gone, the year he left, this team, the whole thing changed. Players started to get hurt more.
Straight down.
Their fielding started to look terrible.
Horrible.
So I think Washington was the spark plug for this team.
It was the glue. Yes.
So if I was the Braves, I would have made him that bench coach right behind Snit instead of letting him walk. That's just me, but
I just got a question for the Braves. What is it going to take for you to see the light? That's all I got to ask.
yeah.
What is it going to take? Do we got to go on the 10-game losing streak?
Well, we almost there. No, stop. Let me stop.
I'm just saying, like, we started off the season 0-7. Now we done lost the last 5. I think 12 out of the last 15 or something like that.
It ain't good.
Are we going to have to go on a 10-game losing streak just for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel?
Had the Falcons. I mean, I'm talking about the Falcons. Had the Braves ever fired a head coach in the middle of the season?
They might have to start.
Did they do Freddie Gonzalez like that time? No. He went to the end of the season. He was going to the last game of the season. They fired him the last game. But pitching is horrible.
It's abysmal.
Terrible.
Coach. That's why they sent Blewett wherever to Baltimore. Because how in the hell we up 10-4? And then now I get, where I said I get, Iglesias but you can't put it all on him though, because you put him in a difficult situation.
In a shitty situation, yes, exactly.
And expecting him, to clog a fucked up hole.
Well,
that's on the bullpen. That's not on him.
All right. We want to talk about the
anyways.
Let's get back to Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
All right. Kirk Cousins. So, if we can't do anything with Kirk Cousins, let's get back on here. We can't do anything with Kirk Cousins. We just going to let him hold the clipboard? Or we going to steal him in? See, Monday, mandatory minicamp coming. Now, Monday's going to be a telltale sign on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Kirk's not there in mandatory minicamp, something, it could be still brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think the Falcons say, hey, just stay at home? Now, in another situation, he already got his money, right? Right or wrong? He got his money already, right? Just cut his ass. Give him a vasectomy. Cut him.
And ain't nothing to cut that bit.
Now, if you cut him, you're only gonna how much? You're gonna lose less money. How's that? Because it's after June 1st. You're gonna lose less money this year. I got it right here. I had it up. I just erased it for a second. Now, where you at? Where you at, Kirk Cousins? Where you at, Curdy Kirk? Yeah, okay. If you were to cut Kirk Cousins post-June, instead of having $75 million dead cap money this year, right? $75 million, that's still a whole freaking bunch. That's dead caps. You cut them now, $75 million. If you cut them after June 1st, it's only $50 million. Still a lot of money.
That's
75, 50, 75, 50.
Ooh, nice,
That's a lot.
It's still a lot, but
it's a lot.
Between the two evils, which one do you want to? I mean,
exactly.
Do you want to have cancer in your locker room, or or just get rid of them and pay that 50. I mean, we already in the hole, so go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off.
Now, what's going to happen there? If he sits for a whole year and don't play, he's getting rustier.
Damaged goods.
However, we don't know what's going to happen throughout the whole year. Somebody may need a quarterback.
Exactly.
Training camp still going on.
Exactly.
So you can hold that tiger, that limping tiger, for as long as you can, because you're paying him any damn way. You're paying him anyway. So what can happen now? What could happen? He can retire. Think about this. This is the thing about retire. It'd be great for the Falcons if he retired. All right. Now Kirk go retire, right? He retired right now before the season starts. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Now he's off your books.
Believable.
But he still belongs to the Falcons, right?
Yep.
All right. Say October, somebody needs a quarterback. Kirk can unretire, then the Falcons just release him without anything. You guys see what I'm saying? That can happen.
Yes.
That can happen. At the beginning of the season, start of somebody what's called Kirk can go sign with anybody want if he retire now. He has to be gone for a little while.
Yep.
He has to be gone for a little while. So that's a great option to have. But I just keep him on the roster. He's getting paid any damn way.
Right. Just go ahead and retire. We can lock you up in the same asylum. No,
yeah. So, ATM would say he's a hoe. Keep him until whoa. I ain't trying to make no hoe. And he married. I'm just playing.
Damn.
Look, ATL, it'd be funny if he goes to New Orleans.
It will be hilarious.
It'd be something. Yeah, if he retired, that's the best option for the Falcons if he retired. All this money is like obsolete here.
Yep.
It's obsolete here.
Tax write-off.
Michael said, "You heard him. You heard this Kirk retirement talk." Mike did a video on that. So I ain't heard anything. I ain't heard nobody. Well, that's just the media. You know, the media is always saying about something.
Yeah, they always
but if you cut, like I said, if you cut him, yeah, you actually have minus $10 million savings money, so you're gonna lose $50 million dead cap money this year. But next year, dead cap money is $35 million. Actually, it's not. Yeah, it's $35 million, but you saving $22 million. It's that contract was big, man. People don't realize, but Kirk ain't getting the money. It goes into that cap numbership. So next year he only get $10 million. That's all he'll get next year.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, 27 he gets nothing. So,
that was the injury clause.
Yeah. So, but yeah. All right. That's enough on Kirk Cousins. Retire, ride the bench, or cut him. Those are only three options you got. That's the only three options you got right now. Unless a trade pops up. So, but yeah. That's Kirk Cousins. And what else I got? What's my next one? All right, let's go to the next topic here. I got some topics here. We're gonna fill this time topic. All right, this is the saga of last week. Julio Jones' relationship with the Falcons. Can it be salvaged? Can Julio Jones' relationship with the brass be salvaged? All right. Give you my little quick tip.
Mm.
I'm gonna say it like this: somebody's lying. Oh, is the owner lying, or is Julio lying, or is Julio? I ain't gonna say nobody's lying, or is Julio giving his perspective of what he? Somebody lying. Fuck that. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I'm tired of sugar. I can't sugarcoat that. Now, why? This is my. Why would the owner lie? This man gave you money when you wasn't due for another 3 years. This man
Appreciate you, Christian Kirk.
Exactly. This man said that he talked to the GM and the coaches to go see could they keep Julio here. This is what he said. Now, suppose that there was communication, but Julio didn't want to deal with the communication. I seem to believe the owner over that because I remember the head coach when he came there, after he drafted Kyle Pitt, he said, I got plans for these guys. I remember this.
I remember that. Yeah.
And by Julio doing what he did, I think all those plans changed. Everything was focused because, now Kevin Ridley, this is another story. Kevin Ridley is talking about the reason he wanted to leave because Julio left. Did y'all see that article? That was an article. I want to say I read it yesterday or Thursday, one of those 2 days, that Kevin Ridley said something about he was upset because Julio was traded. Julio wanted to trade. So that shows me Kevin Ridley don't want to be number one. That's what that shows me. Whole nother subject, y'all. I'm just putting it where the goats can get it right now. So you go out and have some mental illness. Julio must have been kissing. Oh no, I ain't gonna say that. Stop. You go crazy because a man left you? What is going on with that? I'm just kidding. I don't understand. You left because the man left you. What? What is going on? Well, they did pay Alabama. I don't know.
Coach. As soon as his favorite head coach got fired.
Oh, he mentioned that too. He wanted to talk to the owner about Dan Quinn. But Julio did say this. This is something he did say. I hear this in that interview, that little podcast he done. He said that his foot was hurt, which I believe his foot was hurt. I do believe that. So he did not have to do anything. Dan Quinn said, you don't have to do anything. Just work out the thing, because him and Matt talked so on and so on. But they didn't practice. Julio didn't practice. Julio didn't do walkthroughs. And everybody wonder why Matt and Julio didn't have that chemistry when it come down to throwing that deep ball that often. Julio didn't practice. Is that Matt Ryan's fault? That's Julio. That's Julio and Dan Quinn's fault. So, but Dre Murphy think Julio lying. Yeah. ATLO to that motherfucker Julio lying. Well, his story is his story. The owner's story is his story. But I want you guys to go back and look at that video. I want you guys to see how Roddy Wright and Harry, his boys, gave him a look. They gave him a little strange look. It was settled. Now, these guys have never said anything. I've never heard anybody that played with the Falcons say anything negative about Arthur Blank. If it has happened, I haven't heard it. How the Falcons do business, I don't know because I ain't in there. But I'm sure people know when they getting traded. What you want to go to? Hey man, I'm going to trade you tomorrow. Man, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, you got to see the signs coming, man.
If you're not communicating with an organization, you on a national, a worldwide syndicated show with Shannon Sharp, and like I say, he called you out the blue. And Shannon should have disclosed. He should have disclosed that he was live on the what you call it too.
I get that. Yes,
he should have. That is true. I'm going to give you that. But ain't no way in the hell Julio did not know he was.
Come on, bro. Come on.
There's no way in the hell you did not know he was online. It ain't like he calls you every day saying, "What's up, bro?" It ain't like Harry Douglas calling you. Like he said, man, it's just like you called him. It ain't the same. You know Shannon does that show. Shannon's all about drama. We knew this back then that Shannon liked drama. Shannon gets rated off drama. That's just simple what Shannon does. And I ain't mad at him for making his money that way. I'm happy for the man. He is a Georgia boy, so I'm actually happy for it. But ain't no one in the hell Julio did not know about that. So, but his story is his story, man. That's
You got to be a naive fool.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. Tell you, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something about this. Does he have a little something wrong with him? Did this talent get him through? Okay. I think he's a good kid. I think he's a great football player. I ain't gonna take that away from Julio. Was
right.
He's great, but he doesn't seem. His intelligence is a little questionable for me. The way he responds, the way he did you watch him in this interview? That little podcast ain't there?
I did.
How Roddy has a certain demeanor. Harry has a certain demeanor.
Right.
Julio still like he's, I ain't gonna call it childish, kiddish type thing. Like he's a little underdeveloped. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's funny you say that because to me it's giving off gaslighting. Like you're why I keep asking this question in my head. Why is this coming out now?
I'm not calling this. See, I never called him man. I ain't calling him stupid.
No, we're not calling him stupid. No.
I don't know. He that smirk and that smile thing he has. Maybe he has. I don't know.
There you go, ACLN. That's one. That's yep.
Yeah, that's the word. A little bit, just a little, maybe.
He a little on the special side.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if his school. I don't know. But the boy, he's a magnificent talent. We can't doubt that. ATM, I ain't gonna call the man. No, I ain't gonna call the man. But he has tendencies of that. How's that? So, I don't know. And that's not, what's up, son? Son Will, what's going on, man? What's going on? Tippy Jr., what's going on? His name is Quintorius.
Yeah,
See? Yeah, that may be the word. He's touched. Yeah, that may be the word.
him is touched.
He's a little touched.
What's going on, Sergeant Will?
Son Will. But y'all got to remember he is from Alabama. The folks down there ain't. So, yeah.
It is true. They are a little special down there.
Yeah, they're a little touched. Okay. But that's the Julio situation. All right. So, question for all you guys: can that relationship be salvaged? Because Julio want to be around this team, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all, he wants to be around this team because he sees something special in this team, guys. He sees it. I think all those guys see it. So then you got 007 in the building last week in OTAs.
Yeah.
Michael, head coach. Did I tell y'all guys that my nephew playing at Norfolk State?
He is?
Yeah, my nephew's playing. Did I not tell y'all that? Yeah, my nephew, he's playing at Norfolk. He actually leaves this week, next week. He leaves soon. He got a scholarship to Norfolk to play football there.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Coach.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, Norfolk State and Delaware State, where Deshaun Jackson went.
They playing against
they're supposed to be playing.
Wow, that'd be a great game.
I'm definitely tuning into that.
I hope it. Well, I got all the channels. I can watch all the games. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. That's right. Deshaun is coaching them. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
But to answer your question, in order to salvage this relationship, it's going to have to take both of them. Because you can say all the good things that you want, and this and that, who was wrong in the relationship, and what happened back then, but you have to leave what happened in the past, and we have to be, we have to want to build for the future, and it starts right now. Like, you can't be holding on to who did what wrong in the past. It's about what are you going to do right now to salvage this relationship.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep let shit linger? Or are you going to have a real man conversation?
I think this right here was like a starting point to a degree to air his feelings. Like Arthur Blank. I don't think Arthur Blank has any animosity because same thing with Michael Vick. Michael Vick's welcome back in his organization, right? After what he's done. I think Julio will be welcome back, but it ain't gonna be. It could be this year. I don't know. I don't think Arthur Blank holds grudges like that. That's just me personally. I don't think he holds grudges like that. But Julio got to come to his. How did I put this? He got to be true to himself sometimes, I guess. That's what I'm looking for. Because wasn't nobody trying to trade you. Nobody. I didn't see nobody try to trade you. So we think about this. We was all on here talking about, man, this offense is gonna be dangerous.
Yeah.
Now, this is after Kyle was drafted. Kyle was drafted April, I think, when they had the draft, right?
April,
Julio done that interview after the draft. Well, that phone call was after the draft. I actually looked it up. I had the dates down. I don't know what I wrote them down. I can't remember what I did with them. But it was after that date. So his wording and his what's called is not mixed. So, but yeah. Anyway, Michael Vick in OTAs. How y'all feel about that?
I like it.
And he's humbled now. Michael Vick is a humble dude now. I like to see that. He's very humble. And he's one of those guys that, okay, man, I'm coming back to Atlanta as much as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He said, this is what made me. Atlanta made him. He was good out coming out of college. He had this thing, but Atlanta made Michael Vick who Michael Vick is. Could he went to another team and done the same thing? Maybe not, because it may be more structured.
Yeah. You have more freedom down here. That's facts.
Jim Mora, that was his first coach. No. What's called his first? Who was his first coach? Dan Reeves? Or was it Jim Mora?
Was it Dan Reeves? Who's
the kid? I can't remember who his first was. I gotta find out. I can't remember who it was. Somebody in the chat may tell me who it was. Dan Reeves. Oh, it was Dan Reeves. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
We appreciate you, King Richard.
And supposedly he got Dan Reeves fired. Supposedly, that's when Jim Mora came. Jim Mora he's just stupid as son to be on earth. Oh, if I had a chance to coach Washington, I'll go to you, dumbass. You would fire right after that. You stupid. The team actually played. The team actually played well under Jim Mora.
Yeah,
they played well under. But he let Mike Vick do what Mike Vick do. He let Mike Vick be Mike Vick. Do what Mike Vick did. Mike, you ain't got to study, just run the ball. That's what he did. But Michael Vick probably wouldn't, like I said, Michael Vick probably wouldn't be Michael Vick if he was under a more structured situation. So, fans think Atlanta for making Mike Vick who he is. I can't say no more about that. Like I said, another great talent. Like I say, Michael Vick was Michael Vick. Was he a great quarterback? He was an exciting playmaker. Was he a quarterback? Yeah. He became a quarterback after he had to go spend time with Bubba. No, just playing. just playing. Just playing. After he went to jail, he came out to be. He was a much better quarterback after he came out of jail.
That's
right or wrong?
Yes, that is facts. The
Plus
quarterback that he was supposed to be in Atlanta showed up in Philadelphia
with a more structured situation.
So, I got a question for you, Coach. Mm-hmm. Just say if Mike, who was it? Mike Smith was still the head coach. Would he have been the same with the Falcons?
No. Not with the offense that Malarkey brought in. No. Malarkey said, "Oh hell no." No, he wouldn't.
Get that dog on the lead, boy.
Think about this now, y'all. I want y'all to think about this also. Mike Vick did to himself. This is not a knock on Michael Vick, but think about this. Mike Vick would have still been here. They would have never drafted Matt Ryan. I think they would have made Mike Vick work. I truly believe that Michael Vick would have still been a Falcon if he never went to jail. He gets there. He got the highest contract ever for a quarterback. So they saw something in him, but poo-poo, roof, and smoke the dogs. Well, his cousin, you got some sucky cousins. I'm gonna let you know that for a fact right now, Michael Vick. Your cousins suck. Your cousins are sucky. Take the hit for your cousin.
I'm sure somebody could have taken that light bed for you. Come on.
Then again, Mike Vick tell Arthur Blank, you probably got off anyway. He would have shut that down.
Thank you.
You didn't have to lie to the man.
I think that's the common denominator, Coach. If he wouldn't have lied to Arthur Blank, he would have been okay.
Yep. Now I think if he would have think about this also. This is another scenario. I think if he would have told the truth and he still went to jail, I think he would have came back and found him.
Yeah.
I actually think he would have came back. Arthur Blank is mafia. They take care of their people. I ain't gonna say the man the mafia, but his demeanor like he's a mafia man, but I don't care what nobody say. But anyway, people like Italians take care of their people. And I think if Michael Vick would have went to jail by telling Arthur Blank the truth, I think Michael Vick would have came back a Falcon when he got out of jail. I actually truly think that would have happened. So, hindsight 50-50, we never know because he never told the truth when it happened. So, with that, anyway, I like Michael Vick, but then we got Matt Ryan. People y'all hate it, but only thing this man did was win.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. But
it's just too bad we didn't have any defenses.
They had no defense. Ain't had a defense since Michael Vick left. Stop. That was the last good defense when Michael Vick was here.
That is facts.
So I don't know. See, Kevin O'Connor said, no, he wasn't coming back. Too much heat. No, the heat would have been fine, but he told the truth. He told the truth. The truth. What they always say, the truth shall set you free.
That is the same.
It's coming out of my head. But yeah, then again, like I said, we never know. He said, "You think Black? You think yeah?" That's my taking too, Michael. He said, "I think Blank had the power to get Michael off if he told the truth up front." Because it was early.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
it was early. Because think about it, he went to jail a year later after.
Yeah,
this whole thing, dude.
He didn't get indicted until after he lied about it.
Yeah. He said we had a top 10 in 2017 when Ryan was playing. Yeah, that was the same Super Bowl team too, guys. Okay, I give you that.
That's an anomaly. Well, okay, if we had a top 10 defense, what happened in the latter part of that year?
Yeah, everybody was hurt. D. Coleman said, once you give Peter a reason to turn your ass up. Yeah. But they couldn't come in the game. They could be outside. People didn't care about Peter. People cared. Think about this. People cared about Michael Vick more than they cared about Peter.
Yeah.
And I think he would. I think he would have probably been protected. All they do is go do commercials. Free publicity for Peter. They don't mind that. So, but yeah, it's a mute point. It's over now, but that's how it is. So we lost the Philly in the division playoff. Yeah, we lost the Philly. Yeah, exactly. So, all right, what's my next, man? Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go where we at next. Okay. All right, who we just talked about? Oh, Michael Vick. Man, we spent too much time on that. All right, here's my next one. Question: why there's so much talk on Kyle Pitts? Why is everybody in the NFL talking about Kyle Pitts? All right. This is my take. I have a take on every damn thing. I don't care. All right. I think they are afraid of what Kyle Pitts can become with Michael Penix. They know the last 4 years, that Kyle Pitts haven't had the quarterback of this magnitude that can get the ball to him when he's open. All right. And they see the talent that the quarterback we have now have over Marcus Mariota. And like I said, the last quarterback that was able to give him the ball and make him look like a superstar was who? Matt Ryan.
Yikes.
A quarterback that had they say he didn't have the strongest arm, but I seen him throw a lot of passes down the field that was deep. But anyway, that's another story too. But this guy we got here, if Kyle's running deep and he's going wide, well, that doesn't sound right. If Kyle is down the field and he's open, I'm sure Penn is going to take a chance on him. And I think the league's afraid. So now they're trying to get him out of there. They're trying to say, well, he's been, I keep hearing this sport, he's been what's the word I'm looking for? He hasn't been good in Atlanta, but you want him. Why would you want him if he hasn't been good in Atlanta? So you think you can change his play if he goes somewhere else?
Right.
Or do you just want him out of Atlanta because you're afraid of what the possibilities are? So he said, pause that, Ocho.
They say that he hasn't been good in Atlanta, but what he's been doing has been giving you average tight end production.
Above average.
I mean, what do you want? I agree, Coach.
They want to see that first year Matt Ryan thing. Like I said a couple weeks ago, or last week, Kyle Pitts is not 1, 2, and 3. Kyle Pitts may be your fourth option on this offense, guys. How many times are we're gonna put that out there? He's the fourth option. If your fourth option on your team gets you 600 plus yards and 4 touchdowns, that's pretty freaking good in anybody's NFL. Now, people want those. A lot of teams will love those numbers that Kyle Pitts are getting right now. A lot of teams can win more games with numbers like that with Kyle Pitts. But like I said, I think they are afraid of the possibilities of what this offense can be this year. But for that to happen, Cal has to be all in. He has to be all in. And I'm sure there has been plays that it looks like he just out there know he's not gonna get the ball.
Lollygagging. Yeah.
And he should be if he runs his routes. Because there's a couple, and then I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's a play last year that I noticed that if Cal was running and Cousins threw the ball. Right after that play right there, I noticed Cousins stopped throwing Cal the ball. It was a play last. I can't remember what game it was. He threw the ball to Cal, and Cal was like, "You ain't getting the ball." I don't know. I don't think he was first option on that play, but this is the thing about wide receivers: run your route all the way through. You never know when the ball is going to get there. You don't know. So if you run your route, run it all the way through. Who's that? Ron, the historian Walker. What's going on, man?
Oh, wow.
He got a lot.
Well, Greg Kimbrough is gone.
He's out for the season?
No, they let's see what they do.
I gotta read this right here.
They designated him for assignment
Oh my god! All right,
and called Austin Cox. Damn, he blasted that.
he said Kyle Pitts after his rookie season 2021, which had a franchise record, not an NFL record in yards, he had in 22 320. Okay, that was a NFL rookie record he had that year. It ain't there no more because Brown broke it. However, it was a rookie year. It was more than Mike Dicker had. So I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, he got hurt the second year. We know that. 23 had 600 some yards, 3 touchdowns, 17 games, 17 games. Proof is in the pudding. And Bowers did it with 3 quarterbacks. But Bowers was the first option, man. What the hell you expect?
Who else did they have to throw to?
He's your first option. They didn't have a run game. Just like Cal didn't have one his first year. But thanks for the stuff. I didn't have to look it up, but thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Ryan. What's up, Jay Black 142? What's happening? They said I heard Arthur wants Pitts in Pittsburgh. Don't they got like 10 tight ends there already? Exactly, A1. There's only 5 quarterbacks had better numbers than Cal Fish. Only 5. That's 32 teams. It's okay though. But yeah, the offense had no run game the year Cal's first year. Cal is not the first option, guys. And Brock Bowers' number may go down next year. They just got a running back. How the kid gonna do? Don't know. We don't know how he's gonna do. But I know his number gonna go down because those carries gonna go up for that running back room. So he said Pitts goes to the Steelers, his career gonna die. I hate to say it. Mutual Gurney said, is Kyle injured something again? Supposedly some kind of what is that?
I think it was a foot injury.
A foot injury? Now, my curiosity is, how did he injure his foot? That's the question I'm asking. Now, my mind is telling me something, which I'm hoping where it happened at. Don't want to be injured, but I'm hoping he was out there with our quarterback running some routes. That's what I'm hoping. That's how he injured his foot. I hope he didn't step on a banana peel or something like that. Walk down the steps and like that. So I'm hoping it happened doing football stuff. So, but anyway, Kyle Pitts.
Shut up, Jonte.
What Jonte said. What he said. Okay, R. Kelly. Yeah.
My mind is telling me no, but my body.
Yeah. My mind telling me something. I don't like baby or no, stop. All right. All right. But yeah, he said you seen how he was coming back from that last. Well, it ain't. I don't think it requires no surgery. I think it's like he pulled something. I ain't heard anything that was broken or.
See,
So
says a foot strain.
foot strain, yeah, foot strain. I get those all the time. My feet strain
Yeah.
all the time. My feet be hurt all the time. I got old people feet. So, but yeah, a foot strain means you just can't put no pressure on it. It could be like he could have plantar fasciitis.
Could, yeah, he could.
That shit is no joke, y'all. I promise you, it's no joke. So, but he's in the building. That's the thing. He's in the building. He's in the film room. He's in the what's called. He just ain't been on the field. And also, guys, this was not mandatory. They had to be there, but he was still in the building. So I'm not taking anything from that to a degree, but I ain't heard the Falcons say anything about trade talk. I just hear everybody saying they're talking to the Falcons. Like I say, these are people that are trying to get clicks too. So
Take it with a grain of salt.
take it with a grain of salt. So yeah, exactly. I have it in both feet, bro. So yeah, I know. Yes, exactly. He said Kyle knows his best bet to stay in Atlanta, and the coach did his injury. Did he injury playing golf? Could have been playing golf too. I don't know how he did it, but that's him. That's him. All right. So we almost at an hour right now, man. I got a couple more topics I want to talk about. Couple. All right. Big X, hang here with y'all. All right. I want to just mention this right here. I heard somebody talking the other day. They're talking about, I call it stirring the pot. Because right now, somebody try to put, hey, y'all notice every offseason, there's always something negative. That somebody try to stir something negative about the Falcons. Trying to make drama, trying to make this team have issues or something. They take it to the locker room. Anyway, I heard a content creator of they say something about our offensive coordinator. He said something to the effect. I wrote it down, but I can't remember what I did with it. I think I was at work when I heard it, so I wrote it down. I probably threw the paper away. But the effect was that Zach Robinson should have been a better play caller coming from the Sean McVay tree his first year out. Now, yeah, there was some skeptical stuff last year. There was. But was that because he couldn't use the whole playbook the way he wanted to use it? Or was he just nervous or what? My take, I don't think you can blame a OC his first time calling full-time calling plays to be the greatest.
Exactly.
Just like a rookie. He's a rookie. Technically, he's a rookie, right? But you guys make all these excuses for rookies that make mistakes out there on the field. Why can't this OC have mistakes too? Shit, I see OCs that been calling plays for years make mistakes.
Oh.
We got OCs right now that have been in the league 20 years and still ain't won a playoff game. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's my point right there. It's all about trying to make drama. But people every year for the last couple of years, we've always had some type of drama going into training camp. I don't think that took off because I don't think a lot of people heard the person talk about it. But there's not a lot of drama. There's not a lot of in the Julio. They try to make that a drama thing with the owner, but that there just fell to the wayside because nobody bought into that madness or what the hell that was. There's nothing negative to talk about this team. But they try to make Kyle Pitts a negative part of this team because other teams want him. But it's a whole strong. That shit play out. so what's your take on that Zach Robinson thing, Ed? About him being he should have been a better play caller coming from the McVay coaching tree.
Like, okay, I can see where they're going. I mean, in situations, okay, yes, there could have been some, better situational play calling.
Mm-hmm.
That could be used, for every team.
Right.
But last time I checked, did we have a top 10 offense?
That's what I thought too.
I'm why I don't understand why we have to nitpick on every freaking thing. I don't understand it because before Zach Robinson got here for the past 3 to 4 years, we've been struggling to even score 21 points.
Mm.
But last year, we would average 28 points a game.
And think about that last 3 games, we was averaging 30 plus.
So what are we talking about here? You know what? It's giving clout chasing to me, Coach. That's what it's giving.
Exactly.
Like, it's clickbait.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I don't really have anything to talk about, so I'm gonna just nitpick this, and just because. Man, come on, bro.
Now, but it's kind of funny how not a lot of people are talking about Kirk Cousins, how he's semi holding the Falcons back. Nobody's talking negative, real negative about Kirk Cousins. The only thing they're talking about Kirk Cousins, the only thing they're saying is that, it was a bad contract.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does Kirk have any responsibility on that? Because Kirk's supposed to be starting this year too, y'all. If y'all don't believe me, Kirk's supposed to be starting this year too.
Yes.
If everything was copacetic. But he showed himself last year that he ain't from the A. Stop.
So
That's his wife. That's his wife category.
Yes.
So, and I knew. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I knew last year. I had this feeling. Once he get that Matt Ryan thing, when he broke that record at 509, I was like, oh shit. Can he sustain this? It didn't happen.
That's funny.
his his play started to decline.
Yes. That's funny. That's hilarious.
His play started to decline.
Almost got he
He
broke
got
that record,
what is it? He got to the hilltop
and then somebody pushed him off.
and be like Jack and Jill. They went down that hill. He lost all his water. That pail was no longer full. But that was funny. I got to say that was funny myself. Let me stop. But no, yeah, man. Yeah. Quarterback play had a lot to do with last year with this coach too. I hate to say that, but it did. Yeah, it was a high expectation of Kirk, man. 509. You just crushed by 1 yard. He beat Matt Ryan by 1 yard, something like that. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
But you did it. You was sitting on top of the world at that time, bro. You was on top of the world. Only thing you had to do was just stop throwing interceptions and manage the game. And I think that's what happened. He stopped being that game manager and tried to duplicate 509 all the time. I think that's what he did.
Okay. Coco Golf just won.
He won a tournament?
I think so. Hold up. Let me go sneak it.
Yes, I understand that. He was learning his offense too. He was actually building his offense. He was using stuff that he had already, but he was building it to his liking. He was building his offense to the way he wanted it to be run. Just like your boy's doing on the defense this year. He's building his defense the way he wanted to be ran. It may look ugly in preseason, guys. It may not look like it. They know what the hell they're doing. But I think he's going to get it down to ground. I feel a top 10 defense this year. I actually feel a top 10 defense this year.
Coco Golf won her second career major title.
That's awesome. That's good, man. Who said black people can't play tennis? Who said that?
That's a damn lie.
Serena and Venus showed you that. Then we got a Coco.
Coco.
Who said black girl can't do gymnastics? We got Simone Pie. Next, we got to get a black guy out there doing this thing in tennis. We ain't got none there. I don't think they want to run that much, side to side. With white shorts on. No, they don't do all that. All right, man. Let's go. Let's go to the next. Anyway, what did we just talked about? What was that last topic? I can't remember. All right. CJ Hill, what's going on, man? All right, we got a couple more little things to talk about. We got many more. Oh, yeah. All right. Here's a very important one here. Is Jalen Walker the missing piece for this team? Not just for the defense, for this team. Now, I can't even talk. We heard of the leadership he has throughout Georgia for sure. When your head coach tells Jalen, take over this right here, you get these guys right. This is offensive defense we're talking about, not just the defense. Kirby telling this young man right here to get everybody right. That's leadership and that's respect from people.
Right.
And what we're hearing about Jalen right now is that you tell him once, the job is done. He has it like that. Have we ever had a player like that? That you can recall? I can't recall.
No, not really. I mean, most of the players that we have or we've had in the past, they lead by example.
Lead by
So,
example. Exactly.
to the vocal.
They say he's vocal. They say he's coming to his own. Now, the reason I brought up Jalen Day, how would y'all feel? This is something I've been thinking about. How would y'all feel if Jalen Walker was named a captain this year? How would y'all feel? Don't know how the team would feel, but I'm talking about the people now. Talk about people. How would y'all feel if Jalen Walker was named a team captain as a rookie this coming year? Okay. I see that. I see that, Deco. Me a Spoon. I forgot about Spoon.
Yeah.
I see Spoon, yeah.
Okay.
That's true. You got it. He had, but you know what though? That's the truth. He has to show it on the field too. You're right about that. A1 for yourself.
Yeah.
We can say what we hear from all these people because every player that they talk to, they always ask about Jalen and Michael Penix. Those are two players that every interviewer asks about. Each player, no matter what position they play, is Jalen Walker and Michael Penix. And everybody about Jalen, he's a sponge. You tell him one thing, he gets it. The dude dad's a coach, and I get that. So he's used to following the instructions to, perfect things. And they say he perfects stuff so fast. But yeah, he said those 14 teams gonna regret passing on Jalen Walker. I believe it's Carolina gonna definitely regret passing on him.
I still understand.
Yes, exactly. I agree with that. That means the team's in for a long haul. I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my captain prediction. You may be wrong. I'm gonna do a captain prediction. Not today, but I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna make people mad. I don't give a fuck. Y'all favorite. Well, Grady's going down. We ain't gotta worry about that no more. So, all right, Coach Wills. What Coach Wills said? He said, "Coach, the old saying that everybody looks good in shorts, but the pads tell the truth. When those offensive linemen put those pads on, the strength is a lot different. Yeah, most definitely.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
But he did have to go against those horses down in the GA. Those are like those are like professional linemen too. So I'm just we'll see.
That's what I'm waiting on right there. Start to win. Put them pads on. Yeah,
he said Jalen can have a Frankie Louisville type season his first year if he gets enough snaps. Oh, he gonna get enough snaps, guys. I don't know why y'all think he ain't gonna get no snaps. We're gonna have so many people rotating in, man. Y'all listen. You ain't gonna know who on the field because they're gonna be rotating in so much. They're gonna rotate a lot. Those edges gonna be coming in probably every other play, maybe, unless somebody's doing a hurry up offense. Try to get them tired.
Yeah, keep them fresh.
Yeah.
So come fourth quarter, Go downhill.
Put your dogs in. There we go. He said, SEC like the minor league NFL. Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. Especially in that front seven or
On
the
both sides of the
trenches.
ball. Yeah, the trenches.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, Mike. See, that's another thing we're gonna talk about too. We got to find. I got a nickname for Michael Penix. I got my own nickname. So I want you guys to give me when I talk about. I'm gonna talk about it on the next little thing here. All right. But yeah, Jalen being the captain, I wouldn't mind. That means he showed enough with all the players because the team votes. It ain't like the coaches make the decision. The team vote. And I can see them voting this kid as a captain. I think Chris Lindstrom would be it this year over Jake. Maybe. Jesse. I can see Jesse. Penix, Jalen, Jesse, Lindstrom.
What about Caden?
He may vote for Jalen. I don't know. I don't know. If Jalen don't get it, I think Kalen will get it. How's that? It's gonna be Kalen or Jalen. That's my take right there. One of those two and Jesse. It's gonna be Lindstrom and Penix. Now, if Koo makes the team, Koo will be one. But if Koo don't make the team, then we'll add another position player. So you don't have to have a special team guy as a captain.
Cordell?
Paul, yes, Paul. There we go right there.
Because he is Mr. Everything for us.
Muto said, could the SEC beat the UFL? Some teams, I'm sure some SEC team could be. Don't know which one, but I think some could. All right, man. Let's hop off that right there. Let's go to my next one. We got two more quick topics, then it'll be long. All right. All right. This is the question. For the Falcons to go where they want to be, Penix must what? What must Penix do to make this team be the team we think this team can be? I ain't even gonna put it on the offense right now. What must this team with Penix? What must he do? So he's a vital point to this team. He's the vital point to this team.
That is true.
What must he do to get us? Okay, D. Coleman. Okay, I see D. Coleman. 3-1 touchdown interception. Okay, I like that. 38 plus. I like that too. I'm gonna say 4,000. I'm greedy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put 4,000 automatic. 4,000 plus. Nothing less than 4,000. He's there. Tremaine Freeman said, Penix must have consistency to win games for the team. See, that's something he's done. The kid has won. 2 years in a row, guys. Y'all gotta think about 2 years in a row. He's won 12 games when he was in college. That's college now. At Washington. Because he had a competent offense. So, he said Penix can't go a 5-game stretch with one touchdown and 5 interceptions. Well, shit. We hope that don't happen. Shit. Ooh. He said protect the ball. Yes, most definitely. That's a definitely.
Yeah, that's
That might. Yeah, it is. Mike.
yeah. Mac.
What's up there, sir?
Hi, guys.
What's up?
How the hell are you?
I'm wonderful, guys.
He must heard that
I,
question.
Coach, tell me why Mike sound like Mickey Mouse.
Mm.
My kid keep telling me I sound like Mickey Mouse.
That was something.
You can't hurt my feelings, Antonio, okay?
Oh, I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. I was just talking shit.
All right. All right. He said, what you call it? Said Pitts need more target than Ray Ray. Yeah. I think that's going to happen this year. That's something.
It should happen. Yeah.
He said, what you call it? Said, D. Coleman said, I said 38 because B.J. rushed for 1,600 yards this year.
Ooh.
He had what?
No,
14?
I don't want that happening.
That's a lot of yards.
Nope. I need him for 7 years with the Falcons.
Now, if
That's the
he
magic number for me.
I don't want Bijan to have more than 250 carries. How's that?
Exactly.
I agree. Yeah.
If he can get that at 250 carries, that's
Yeah.
that's all pro. So on and so on and so on.
That's if he can implement what he was talking about with those explosives, then okay, I'm all for that. But nah.
He said Mike Penix must have a near Pro Bowl season and be accurate on his easy throws. Yeah, I agree with that. Scotty Robinson said 4,100 yard passing, 33 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 2 minute interceptions for me.
The coach a little bit more. The coach, I'm a little bit more lenient than coach is.
That's 2 minute interceptions for me.
Mm.
Nah, that's 2 minutes for me. I'm going no more than 7. Only 2 less. 9 is a lot. 9 can lose a game.
That's a lot. It is.
9 can lose a game. So I'm saying that, but receiver got to catch the ball. See, interceptions, I don't call interceptions those guys catch the ball and tip it. I don't call those interceptions. That's a fucked up drop pass from the receiver. That's me. But that's another story. All right.
Especially when it hits you right here in the hands.
Yeah. I don't
pop up.
But it goes on the quarterback. But yeah, that's another story. Yeah, most definitely. That's the main one. Stay healthy. That's the main thing. Stay healthy. What's your take, Mike? Talk to me. What must he do to make sure this team get where they need to go?
To be honest, it's probably gonna shock the shit out of everybody who ever watched me since day one. I think he needs to run more to open his offense up. Because for me, I know they're going to be sitting on that right side of the offensive line. They're going to be sitting on it. So he's left-handed. So if he can escape to that left side to Jake and Matt's side, that's going to open the offense up so much. So I actually think he needs to move a little bit more as a quarterback, because now they're going to say, because we saw it on the touchdown run in the dome, he wanted to escape to the left side. It opens up the offense.
It's Carolina.
He has to do that.
I saw it in college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you in Washington, so yeah.
I saw it in college. He takes off when he needs to take off, and it
Yes,
was left side to that left side.
Mm-hmm. I love when he escapes to that left side, because, like I said, he's left-handed, so it's kind of difficult. He's already awkward because he's not right-handed. So the ball comes off differently. The spin, like everything is just awkward with him. So I think, if anything, man, I think the Falcons offense is going to be a much explosive if they move him around a heck of a lot more than what they. I mean, that ain't damn near impossible with Kirk Cousins. I mean, they're definitely going to move it around, but you're going to see. That's why I say it's going to be a different offense. It's not going to be the same offense y'all saw last year, because he has that ability. You can call more plays. With a guy like Kirk Cousins, you only have X amount. It's easier for a defense to sit on a quarterback. That's a pocket quarterback That's it.
But he ain't going.
You know where you're gonna be.
So, but yeah. He said, news of being a lefty might get Penix to his spot. That is true, y'all. I forgot about that. He is a lefty. Newsel is a lefty. So that may be a easier snap, too. But then again, if he ain't on the center, it don't really matter. So, all right. He said, will he play all 17 games? I hope he does. Shit. Now, he can't be rookie of the year because he played last year.
Yeah, he's not a rookie.
Yeah, he can't be rookie of the year. But yeah, man, I just think he needs to be who he is. You know, just lead your team, do what you got to do. Like I said, the kid's a winner. We cannot nobody in this league can say the kid's not a winner. He doesn't get frustrated. Now, how many times have you seen quarterbacks that don't get frustrated when something bad happens? He threw those interceptions last year. He went to the guy, hey man, okay, next time. You don't see that from young people, young quarterbacks like that. So I think we'd be okay. Oh yeah. He said our tight end turned down the Saints OC job to stay here. Can you blame him?
Yeah, Kruger.
Can you blame
Whatever his name is. Yeah, I forgot the damn name. Kevin Kruger,
Kroger,
whatever.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Can you blame him?
Hey, what he going there for?
He want to
Want
win.
some gumbo shit? Hell, he can get some gumbo here. He can have some damn gumbo ship.
He said he had no quarterback. He's like, I can't quarterback that shit.
I know. Yeah, they got the lead.
What's up, Six Man? How you doing, sir? But yeah, but anyway, but yeah, man, that's all we're gonna talk about. I do got one bonus question though. One more bonus pick here. It's not even NFL related.
Uh-oh.
All right, here it is right here. This is a bonus question. Y'all know that SGA kid, right?
It's funny.
Does his play style look familiar to somebody that we've seen?
I think I know, but I don't know.
All right. Y'all remember that young man who we drafted named Trey Young when he first came in the league?
Oh my God, you ain't worth a damn.
Think about it.
He got the same. It's the same game. It really is
the same stuff, but he's getting these calls. Trey's not getting them no more. Remember they told Trey?
I wonder.
Y'all remember they started calling offensive foul on Trey when he was doing that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That changed Trey's whole. Y'all think about this. When they started doing that, Trey's whole games changed.
Guess what they call him? They say he was fishing for fouls.
Yes. What's this young man doing?
The same thing.
He's sea fishing. He's out in the ocean. He got that big old thing trying to catch halibuts and sharks and stuff. He's fishing. They call no fouls on him.
Yep.
He's the MVP because of that.
That is crazy. But why is that, Coach? That's the crazy. That's the question.
They don't like their little light skinned kid. They don't like Atlanta.
Wow.
And it's showing.
It really is showing. I heard so many people say that he just fished for fouls and he gets the calls.
But they stopped Trey from doing it. Trey had to change his whole game because of that.
Yep.
So I don't like it.
I don't. Like if you're gonna be consistent with it, then it's cool.
Like, James,
yeah.
And I also said James Harden's the same way. James Harden's the same way.
He showed it.
Guys get the same call, but not Trey.
And they let it be known that they don't like Trey in the NBA.
Yeah, we know that. But why?
And it really is the crazy part about it. It's the players that's hating on them.
But you know what's bad about it though? I think it kind of started when he went to Madison Square Garden and beat the Knicks. It got worse.
And he started smiling and smirking. Yeah, they were like, yeah, but even with that, that's just like, so what? Michael Jordan waved his tongue. Kobe Bryant. I mean, Kobe Bryant literally just looked at you and just stared a hole through you.
Oh, Reggie Miller choked.
Reggie Miller
choke fine. The fuck?
But yeah, it's something about Atlanta, man. It's something about the A. So I don't know.
I go back to John Locke. He said the same thing. He said the same thing about about Georgia as a national issue with Georgia. And like I said, he's been in New York, he's been in Cali, he's been in Georgia. There is a bias against Georgia.
Oh yeah. He said he doesn't attack the rim. He's not 12 feet. He's not 6 feet 6 either. Shit. The man is barely 6 feet. They say he's 6'1", but he's barely 6 feet. But when he does attack the rim, he get fouled. He still don't get the foul. So, what do you say about that? But you know, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, I'm just putting the comparison. This guy's doing the same thing Tracy do, but he became an MVP doing it. That's all I'm saying. And I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. But
it's the system.
It needs to be fair to all the players.
Yeah, it needs to be fair game.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they just ain't no more on the bill line today. I'm gonna see.
And the kid talking just a bit about the Hawks. There's a Chinese kid.
Oh God.
Hanson Yang.
Yeah.
I watched this.
I've been looking at him too.
I watched this big suckers. 7-1, 2, whatever he is. Better than Yao Ming, y'all. This is what I'm telling you. This kid is better than Yao Ming. He's only 18. He's only 18.
Yeah, on Facebook.
So,
but she ain't gonna find. I'm not trying to.
I tell you,
I don't even post that.
If the Falcons, I said the Falcons. If the Hawks pick him up, I would not be mad. The dude, he takes it to the rim like he's a little guard, dude. They compare him to Jokic. That's what they compare him to.
Yeah, we need that. Trey is already a guy. Trey is already a guy that likes to give the ball up, and then playing with a guy like that, yeah, that would be nice.
So
that'd be a nice little duo. They need a big. Hawks really need a big.
They do.
Yeah, they need a true big. That's what they need.
A true one, yeah, a true.
Now, I ain't gonna say he can be your center come off the bench. I don't mind what you call him starting the game because he has a decent offensive game. But you want somebody who's gonna play down low, and the kid can shoot the 3. The kid can shoot the 15, and his little hook shot is. I didn't see him miss one. It was highlights.
Ooh.
I already like that already.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
it's
ugly.
Yeah.
It's an ugly little hook shot, but it goes right in. Like he's.
You got a JaVale McGee type of hook shot. Huh?
Listen, his hand is touching the rim. I was like, yeah, we need that. So, but they pick him up. They don't. That's over there. That's over. But I just had to bring him up, man. You guys go to YouTube and look at this kid. This kid is something that we can look into. So, all right, man. What else we got? I think that's all, man. That's the album. Yeah, that's all for today. So, Mike, what you got planned for the rest of the day?
I actually don't know. I probably throw some stuff out there. probably throw some stuff out there.
K-Sal going on later on the day?
Probably not.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Well, let them know where they can find you, or whenever you can find you, but get to them again anyway. D. Coleman. MITB. What the hell, MITB? Oh, I do got one more thing. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Let me stop. I got one more thing. This is about Michael Penix. All right. Michael Penix is a quiet young man, right?
Yep.
But he one of those young men that's quiet, but they can kill you, right?
Sniper.
So my nickname, y'all can make your own up. I'm gonna start calling him the Do-Rag Assassin. That's his name.
I like it.
He's gonna be the Do-Rag Assassin from me from now on. So
They got a nice ring to it, Coach.
Yeah, the Do-Rag Assassin, cause that's what assassins do. They don't know you're there. They show feel you when you're dead. So anyway, y'all got one, man. Put it in the chat and let me know what y'all think about that. So yeah. I was thinking some basketball award. What the hell? Money in the bank tonight? It ain't tonight, is it?
Yes, it is.
It is tonight?
Yep.
Damn, what month it is? It is June. Shit, I'm lost my month. I'm still thinking it was May. Okay, it is tonight. I'm a whole days behind. But anyway, Mike, give me your last word, sir.
Last word, like I said, just think about that. I might be doing some wrestling stuff, so I know Truth gonna have something at some point with the wrestling, but I might throw some wrestling content out there. Might do some do a few more takes on Falcons football.
I may do a live show.
Mm.
Wrestling. I may do a live show with wrestling. I ain't know. I don't know. I may. What time it come on? Like 3 o'clock or something like that? 4:30?
Yeah, I think it's like 4.
Oh, I may can't do it. I got wife has a ball tonight for church, so I'm dropping her off. So I probably can't do it. But anyway, Big Ant.
As always, we appreciate y'all coming out supporting us. Keep doing it. Hit them buttons. Y'all stay tuned for the Regulators podcast tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And anything else that AFN or the Unholy Alliance got going on. Stay tuned.
All right, man. So, like again, thanks everybody for coming on today, man. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, like this video, and shared it out, do so. But, like I said earlier in the show, man, this is my last podcast until the 21st. I think I'll be back on the 21st. I think that's Saturday. Yeah, the 21st. I'll be back on the 21st. I'll be out of the country. So I will not be on. I'll be on tomorrow, but I won't be on during that time. I'll be down in Dominican Republic looking for Knight Riders kids. So
wow, really?
He gonna be down there. I'm gonna tell him where he's at, so they can go see their daddy. So just be prepared. If I find some,
my daddy.
I have that pictures for you when I come back. So I'm gonna tell you who they are. So just look forward to Knight Riders seeing Knight Riders. All right, but anyway, man, like I say, I'm Coach Unchained, man. You can follow me on everything at Coach Unchained. And thank y'all, man. Been a good show. So until tomorrow, Regulator show, man. I'll see y'all then. Stay tuned, man. Somebody gonna have something going on today. So y'all just make sure y'all keep that alert on for everybody. So all right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.